Hello, my name is Nathan Schneider with Deliverable 6 Art in the World and Workplace, Aaron Brandell. We are going to looking at connecting the dots. I'll look at art in the workplace, what art contributes to the workplace, changes I would recommend, and how employees affect their environment. When you walk into a place of business or someone's home, you immediately see and get a feel for the place. If the place is dimly lit or not clean, it will cause the immediate change that you feel for the location. If the design is clean and bright with an open space, and it is clear on what you are supposed to do, you feel a lot more comfortable as you know what you need to do once you get there. As you walk towards the bank, there are big signs that advertise the name of the bank. It looks as though the bank is proud to be there and are a good place to put your money. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a bad picture. Those signs are 4 stories high, but they're not shown here. I would recommend a big sign be added to the entrance in that black area. I suppose they do have a little sign above the door, but it's kind of small. As you walk into the bank, you see the 2 definite sides of the building. There's a north side that has a big wall, and it looks like you cannot go in there. The wall does not go to the second level, but has a gap of about 4 feet before you reach the second floor. This is another viewpoint moved back a little further. You can tell the space is currently empty as there's no lights on and you cannot hear anyone. There's also 2 doors on either end of the building that have a small window to see into the room. It makes you feel as if the building is run down and if the bank isn't doing well. If the bank is not doing well, you have to wonder if you should do business with the bank. I would change the entrance so that there is something the customers of the bank can do on the north side, even if it's making the room a little smaller by a few feet and adding some chairs, or renting the space out to a coffee shop, cafe, or something. Now, the space was used a few months ago, and about 6 locations were all consolidated into one. This is one of the locations that's currently empty. It moved into a different area. I'm not sure what the bank is going to do with this space in the meantime. If the bank has a plan for some department to move in, that would make sense. If there were people there, it would make the bank feel like it's a good place to put your money, as well as a diverse bank with a lot of different things going on. On the south end of the building, there's a glass wall where you can see bankers and the rest of the bank. You can see the tellers, and it looks like there's a very clean, open floor plan. As you walk in, there are some chairs on the left, and if you need to meet with a banker, you can take a seat there. Some people walk in and they're not always sure what to do, but a banker or teller always greets them. If you're greeted immediately, it makes you feel important and like the bank wants to take care of the needs that you came in for. If you need to see a teller, there is a definite path to the tellers and a sign that says to wait for the next available teller. It seems clear to anyone that needs to see a teller on where they need to go. Knowing where to go as a customer at the bank is going to make them more comfortable and they will have less stress. On the right as you walk in, there are 4 banker desks. The bankers' desks all have a dirty beige, orange, kind of cubicle wall look to them. It looks dirty and it is not clean. It looks old. I have no idea how you would clean it. I think that most people look at it and they don't necessarily feel comforted by it. Most people don't like dirty, and it looks dirty. If you're in a workplace that always looks dirty, it can be depressing, especially if there's nothing you can do about it. I would like to replace all the cubicle wall materials with some sort of hard surface that is not going to get dirty, and if it does get dirty, it can be cleaned with an alcohol wipe or a glass cleaner or something. I think the cubicle walls are necessary as it takes the customer of the bank and makes some sort of barrier between them and the rest of the people in the bank so that they can have some sort of privacy as they talk with a banker on how they want to work with their $25,000 in credit card debt to refinance it. A clean workplace is going to give the customer a much better feeling. There are 4 bankers, and each banker's desk has a number of different things on it. They each have pictures of family and the awards they have earned with the bank. One of the bankers has a very pink element to their space with many different pink decorations and 3 Eiffel Towers, all of which are pink. The banker's gone a little overboard, I think, in terms of the number of decorations and other things that they have out. And again, everything is pink. I think banker's desk gives personality to the banker and makes it easier to communicate with them as they are a real, live, actual human being. If you look closely at 3 of the desks, there's a 5-inch tall or so wooden clown that is painted. I think this was my second favorite thing I have on my desk, as it has been carved by a customer. Customer named at the bottom side says Nate, and they needed help from a banker, and then they gave it to me. Another customer came in, and I helped him. I found out that he's a musician and was at the park one day playing on his keyboard. He went back to the same park a week later, and someone at the park asked if he knew about his picture. He was very confused and said no. A person pulled out a newspaper that had a hand-drawn picture of him playing music. His picture was in the newspaper. The artist then cut out the picture and made 1,000 postcards to advertise his business. I mentioned the clown was my second favorite thing. This postcard is my favorite thing on my desk. One of the most important items for each employee is the pictures on their desk. It gives the employee a reason to go home. People in everyone's lives are the motivation for why they go to work and work hard. This also provides a reduction in stress for the employees and makes all the coworkers feel as they know each other to work together for a common goal. I think having all those things on each banker's desks make a big impression for the customers, and the bankers like it, of course, as well. I mean, they did decorate their desks as they see fit. Bankers are all able to change their desk as they like to fit their personality and their lifestyle. I have added some of the things that I listed above to make it to the area that I would like. I think there's a lot of good stimuli that is going to make the bank a good place to go to for most customers. Overall, I think the impression is good, but there are some things that I would recommend changing to make it a better workplace and a better image for the employees and customers as well. There are also a lot of elements brought in from the employees that show their relations, lifestyle,